Welcome back, team, to another Saturday tester. This week's Saturday tester is going to be a repeat of a workout that the majority of you will have done exactly 1 year ago. This is merry-go-round. It is going to be a 20-minute AMRAP of 8 shoulder to overhead at your allotted load, 6 of a pull-up variation for our live crew. That's going to be a jumping chest to bar. For our perform, compete and elite, that is going to be a chest to bar of your open standards, into 4 burpee box jumps at your allotted height. For our gymless crew, let's make sure we check out the notes. Your workout will be added to that. For our guys and girls completing the workout at Coastal, we will be giving you an outdoor option in order to hit the regulations and still hit this merry-go-round workout. So make sure you check the coach's notes, team, because the workouts will be added. Now, what will we be testing? If we look at our 3 movements, we will be testing your overhead pressing capacity. We will also be testing your pull-up or your chest to bar volume. We will also be testing your aerobic system. Now, this is due to the fact that it is a 20-minute AMRAP, which means you are going to be moving for a full 20 minutes here. We will also be testing your aerobic system. Unlike previous testers, there is no rest for this week's Saturday tester, so you will be working for the full 20 minutes, which means that heart rate is going to be high for a longer period of time. Now, as I said, team, this is a retest. So for those of you that were with us a year ago, let's go back and take a look at the data and the rounds and the scores that we got, because that will be helpful when we're talking about game planning and pacing and giving you an understanding of how this workout's going to feel. Now, how does this fit into your current training program? Now, we know we are getting closer to the open. Now, that means that we have to be looking at movement selection a little bit closer. We've got complementary movements and uncomplementary movements. This means, for example, if I was squatting and doing thrusters, that is an uncomplementary movement because they are very similar movement patterns. Now, if we look at this workout, this is a complementary style of workout. We have 1 push, we have 1 pull, and then we have another push and a jump. So the way that this is set up, CrossFit like to do this, is have a push and a pull stuck together. So this is similar to what could come out in the open. So we are trying to get you prepared with giving you some complementary movement style testers for this week. Now, to run along with the open style tester and movement selection, we are also looking at the time domain. Most open style workouts are between the 10 to 20 minute mark. So this is a good longer style AMRAP that could potentially be coming out in the next few weeks, team. Pacing. Now, with this workout being longer, we want to start at a comfortable pace. What we don't want to do is start with a 7 or 8 out of 10 and have a decrease in pace. What we want to be doing is thinking about how this workout's going to feel as we get into those final few minutes. If we look at the rep scheme, they're all relatively short, which means your cycle time of rounds is going to be really quick. Meaning, if I know pull-ups are a limiter for me, if I rush the burpees and the shoulder to overhead because they're good for me, I'm then back on my pull-ups, which is my weakest movement. So take a look at this workout, and then what we need to do is establish our limiter. Now, for some of us, that could be either one of these movements, and then you need to back pace from there. So we're establishing our limiter in terms of movements, and then we will have that dictate the pacing for the rest of the workout. Now remember, team, this is a retest of a workout that most of us will have done. So let's make sure we do have a look at the data from a year ago. That's going to give you an idea of how quickly you should be moving per round. It's also going to give you an idea of how you felt last year and how much fitter you've got moving into this year. A great thing to add into your warm-up, team, for this style of workout, especially like I said, with the quick cycle time of rounds, give yourself 3 or 4 sets of the working sets. Meaning, so let's say, for example, I'm going to go through 3 or 4 rounds of 8, 6, and 4, and I'm going to make note of how long each round takes. That means if I know each round is going to take a minute, I'm now in the potential for hitting 20 rounds of total work. Remember, team, there is a 14-day free trial for all of our non-subscribers. Let's make sure we grab a buddy and let's get after this one, team. Full send for a 20-minute AMRAP. It is a repeat. Have fun.